You were screwed. You were screwed.
That's not gonna work. What is F? That's... Hey Eva, what's up?
You were screwed.
Damn. Yeah, it's I kind of liked Templar at level 10, but then once I started picking up a few more abilities, I got to be honest with you, I didn't like it as much. So it's not as fluid yet. But I think it's just because I'm not used to how the abilities. I haven't figured out the rotations yet. It's a little unusual the way it works. Of course, a lot of times, what the issue could be is my keybinds. A lot of times, doing different rotations and different types of abilities, the way my keybinds are set up can actually have a dramatic impact on stuff. What was that? That was Wrathchild. He was tanky. And he is a... Okay, he's Primalist. Yeah, Primalists are pretty much probably the tankiest characters. I don't have any really ranged abilities. So.
You were screwed.
Yeah. Yeah, it's weird. So far I've found it was cool before I had to manage stacks. Which that's not true. When I only had one ability that I was using to dump my stacks into outside of my healing, I found it pretty easy. But now that I have more abilities, I'm finding it a little bit more challenging. So I'm not, I'm struggling with it right now. Of course, the thing, I guess the thing is you're squishy right now. Like at this level, I'm very, very squishy. So like here, let's go ahead and we're just gonna dot this guy up, dot this guy up. Well, now we're gonna die apparently. Here I'm gonna try to do this. I'm just gonna hit him with a dot, right? Actually, I hit the wrong button there. What's my... Oh, shift mouse wheel? I hit the wrong button there. Yeah, I hit the wrong button. Yeah, that was bad. That was bad. Hey, what's up, Austin? I'm running Zealot. Zealot? Zealotry? Is that what it's called? Zealot, yeah. It's weird, dude. It's like I'm struggling with it. I'm not gonna lie. You know what, let's take this one. Try something here. Yeah, I don't know, man. It's weird. I'm struggling with it a little bit. It's not. I think the problem I have with a lot of the not the specs, but the problem I have with Conquest of Azeroth, one of my biggest problems is there's too many abilities. You know, your classes just have too many skills. It feels like retail WoW, and it can be overwhelming. Like trying to manage like I have so many skills. It's like, and I'm only level 15. I mean, this is ridiculous. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I had 12 skills, and I'm like level 15. It's like you're almost getting like a new skill almost every level. It's crazy. And the problem is it's not clear to me. Like I have like which spells are the best spells. I think, I mean, obviously Righteous Upheaval is my biggest hitting ability. That's kind of like my biggest finisher. We do have a kind of a cleaving ability where we can like hit one target with cleave, and then every time I hit that target with an ability, it spreads to the nearest other player. So I can kind of do a little bit of an AOE. You know. Why is this not working? More power. Oh, I gotta hire. More powerful spell is already active.
You were screwed. You were screwed.
You know, you can see I'm doing damage. I wasn't getting focused, though, for some reason. In fact, I was getting completely ignored. Yeah. I played Templar yesterday, and I enjoyed, like... I enjoyed the class, surprisingly enough. I enjoyed it when I had less abilities. Actually, I enjoyed the class more when I had less skills. So, I feel like right now I'm not sure which buttons to press. Let's put it that way. It's kind of weird. Yeah, he's dead.
You were screwed. You were screwed. You were screwed.
See, there I was focusing a lot on self-healing. I probably should change this macro, this keybind, or this macro. I don't know. I might change my benediction to just automatically heal me, and that way I don't have to worry about holding down the shift key when I cast the ability. How are we doing? I mean, you can see we're still doing some damage. Our self-healing kind of blows at this level. So this is a witch doctor. We're staying close to my wingman. Taking damage.
You were screwed.
I was just trying to put as much damage. I knew I was going to die there. It's like I'm sacrificing my life, you know, just to get some dots out, basically. I'm kind of like, I'm like a walking, I'm like a paladin mixed with a warlock mixed with, I don't even know, like a death knight. Like, if that makes any sense. Yeah, the self-sustain isn't any good. I definitely felt like at this level the Gladiator was far superior class. This guy's like lagging hard all over the place.
You were screwed.
Can't even target this guy.
You were screwed.
Can't even target the bastard. You can see we're doing damage. It's so weird because it feels like it just feels. It's not a very like, what's the word? The class doesn't feel like it's, the abilities don't gel. They don't work together very well. I don't know. And I'm always being rooted, as you can see. Well, I mean, the class can definitely do damage. I'll give it that. I'll give this class that. It can definitely do damage. It's just I would say that right now at this level, the biggest weakness at this level, level 15, is your self heal is really, really weak. You're very kiteable, and you do have one stun, which is on a fairly lengthy cooldown. Hmm. And your finisher, that's the finisher, does decent damage. It's this ability here, Righteous Upheaval. I think we need to fix my weak ores too, because there's a lot of times where I'm kind of not sure. I think we need a weak ore for... Testament of Faith is a big one. Okay, this is going to reduce the cooldown of our stun ability by 30 seconds. It still only puts it down from 2 minutes down to 1 minute and 30 seconds, which is not great. Also, I think Courage is going to be really big for us, obviously. It increases our movement speed and reduces the duration of slowing effects by 10%. Because you can tell I'm getting kited like a lot, so... But let's try first doing this one. Detect evil. Shows location of all nearby undead demons on the map. Okay. Testament of Faith, which is our healing abilities. Currently it is 357 heals. This is just going to make it a lot stronger. Rebuke. Bask an ally in the light, dispelling one magic, poison, and disease effect. Kind of a weird name for that, but it's kind of like a cleanse, basically. And of course, Blade of Faith. Unless you do see a breaker enemy dealing damage over 36, so it's 488 damage versus 358. So we can cleave this guy. We can dot him, and then do the finisher. Cleave. Cleave. I don't know, man. We can go for this one. See, my self heal is kind of weak at this point. This one here, like Benediction. Benediction is only 53 health. You can see if we heal ourselves, we got 77 healing. I would like to see that be quite a bit stronger at this level anyway. And you have to put it, you have to like, yeah, let's just take some damage first. Okay, so let's reset this. Let's go healing done. Okay, so 54 healing. Now we got 2 stacks. So it should be a bigger heal. And it was 89 healing. Of course, we also have Libra of Concentration. This should be macro into our finisher. Probably. Currently have that macroed into probably this ability here, which is Righteous Lunge, which is probably not the way to go. And here's Purify, which I think they called it Rebuke. Basically the same as Purify spell, but it's called Rebuke for this class. This is just like cleansing debuffs. Rebuke. So we're going to take that, we're going to put that here. The only problem is, do we already have a shift? No. Screwed that up, didn't I? Yeah, but I didn't learn it. Yeah, I didn't learn it yet. Okay. So, Rebuke. Basking only in the light, dispelling 1 magic, poison, and disease effect. If I put it here on the R key, then that means Shift R can't be keybound because we'll need it for this ability. Oh, I just cast Shift R. I hit Shift R and something happened, so I definitely was like, what the F? Key bindings. Oh, it's this one. Yeah, so this one can't be here. So this, I mean, this reminds me of like Tiger's Fury on like a Feral Druid. So I think, yeah, let's put this, for now we're going to put this over here, or we're just going to remove it entirely. And key binding. And just make anything Shift R, doesn't matter here. Shift R, because we're trying to remove the Shift R keybind, so I'm going to click here and say unbind. Okay. And then we need to, what is this? Detect evil. I don't know when we'd use this. And actually, I know what we can do with that. Custom rings. We're going to go create a new ring. We're going to call it Templar. We're just going to call it Templar for now. Basic utility. Templar utility. Where's this here? Should be here. Here. Still trying to make sure that my my weak auras and my keybinds and macros, everything are kind of makes sense. Because there's a lot going on here. This is going to become Testament of Faith. Testament. Faith. And what's going? Sorry, I'm still waking up. I was actually asleep just like half an hour ago. Still waking up a little bit. Yeah, I'm still kind of half asleep here. I have so many skills. Oh shit. That was a waste of a lot of cooldowns there. But we did reduce the stun. Just this ability. So we got kind of a nice leaping little stun called Divine Force. It's on a. It normally is a 2-minute cooldown, but we put a talent point to reduce it down to this one here, down to 1 minute and 30 seconds. Still, I would prefer it was a 1-minute cooldown, but it is what it is. I'm just gonna go in here. I'm gonna debuff this guy, debuff. Knock that. Now we're gonna leave. And debuff this guy. Same thing. Okay. Heal ourselves. Actually, gonna debuff this guy, and then I'm just going to go with my big finisher there. I'm gonna self-heal myself. I'm gonna do the same thing here. I'm gonna put my debuffs up, but I'm gonna look for. We'll go with the 3 stacks, and then we'll go with the damage over time finish. I probably should have self-healed there. Actually, I should have went for the self-heal. We can dump our oath stacks into a finisher, into a debuff that lasts a long time, or into a self-heal. So the oath stacks are kind of what we're working with right now. Yeah, it's a holy hero. Yeah, kind of. It's kind of like a holy heroic leap. But it's cool. It's a cool class. I mean, it's just it'll take time to get used to. It's a little clunky. Self-heal. Finisher. I'm gonna do the finisher on that guy. And that worked out okay. I don't know. Damage. You can see a self-healing is pretty low. We've also got, this is my biggest heal, but it's on a 3-minute cooldown. So it's kind of like an emergency oh shit button. This one here. One of those battlegrounds where nobody wants to grab the flag. So we're just basically fighting mid, which is fine right now because I'm still trying to learn this class, but and here we go. This guy's really low on health. We could try to heal this guy. It's hard to know which Templar's ring was my team's ring or the enemy team's, you know what I mean? Okay, we're gonna cleave. We can cleave. Well, whatever. The cleave ability is weird, but in a situation where you have two enemies close together, you definitely want to cleave. You definitely want to use your holy cleave, and then every time you use your condemn, it'll spread to the other player, so you can get damage up on both people at once. So cleave into condemn, and then I probably would do the. I don't know if the finisher would spread. It probably would. Then I would go into your righteous upheaval finisher. So here I'm going to go into the finisher. Here I'm gonna stun. I'm gonna stun this guy. Okay, self heal. I actually didn't need the self heal there. Hadn't taken any damage. I'm gonna stay close to my flag carrier here. Stun is not up. Now we're gonna go with the cleave. We're gonna go with leave. I got no movement here. Self heal is up. We're gonna go with the finisher here. Boom. Finisher did pretty good damage. Okay. See if we can heal this guy. Yeah. We're gonna try to heal him. And we did for 9 some damage. Cleave. Alright. Trinket that. Finisher. Okay. Went with the finisher there, and it did for 122 damage. Kind of like an eviscerate. So ... eviscerate. I'm gonna go for the full heal. You see, I get ran away once I full healed. Go for the cleave. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna try to self heal here.
You were screwed.
And yeah. It's so strange. Such a weird class. Very strange class. Meow. Very strange. Just trying to figure out how to use these abilities.
You were screwed.
I'm just getting targeted by some ranged caster here, so. Not much I can do. Yeah, you get rooted. You get slowed and rooted and kited a lot in this class, at least at this level. I would think any range like ranger class would do really well in this battle range, like level 10 to 20.
You were screwed.
Yeah, there's way too much CC. I agree. There's too much CC. There's too many abilities and too much CC. It's so funny because it's the exact same problem retail WoW has in PvP. In fact, it was so bad in retail WoW in the War Within that like Supatees, Venruki, some of the biggest biggest streamers and stuff in retail WoW we're talking about the issues and the problems with too much micro CC, too much CC, too much stuns. I mean, it was so bad that Blizzard actually started releasing patches that were scaling back on the amount of CCs and the amount of stuns because there were just too many. So that's,
You were screwed. You were screwed.
So you kind of want to actually, like if this class would be really good if it had a slow. Like if you could kite yourself, this class would be good because you do have dots and debuffs you can put on the enemy. And you can heal as well, so it's interesting actually.
You were screwed.
Wow, that was a waste. It's hard to track, like... He's dead. hard to track, like, my debuffs and stuff. Again, I'm number 3 on damage, so the damage is there. Going for the finisher. We used our big stun there. Our little leaping. Our stun's really strong. So did 8,000 damage. And we actually did 3,000 healing. So interesting. Let's go ahead and see if we can't level to level 17 real quick. Cleave. So dot, condemn. Where's my finisher? My finisher's on cooldown. So man, there's a lot of abilities. Really the finisher should kind of tie into our. Let me do Righteous Upheaval. And that's going to be. Benediction is a heal. And Testament of Faith. So let's just create a group. We're just going to call it T_ healing. Okay. And we need to track Righteous Upheaval. And this requires a certain amount of energy. I'm just going to call it Upheaval. Oh my god, how do you spell Upheaval? Up here. Is it AO? It is Upheaval. One, 5, 6, 2. This is our finisher right here. This icon is our finisher. So this is our main, like this is our core DPS rotation, right? Really, we don't. Let me take a look at this really quick. So this one we don't need. This one does require energy though. Let me try something here. I don't think we need a weak aura for Vindication. Yeah, you see it disappears when we don't have enough energy, which is fine. This one also should just desaturate when we don't have enough energy. Although it's hard to get to the point where I don't have enough energy, apparently. Just we're trying to clean up these weak auras because we have a lot, and we don't need all of these. I don't think we need a weak aura for Vindication, but we'll leave it for now. Actually, let's go into DPS. I think we can. Yeah, these are too big. Let's scale these down. This is our finisher. So this is kind of a finisher. Actually did good damage there. So this one here, Chastise, it consumes oaths, dealing additional damage for each one. So 70 plus oath plus additional oath for our damage. Our finisher is 117 physical damage, increased by 10% for each time you triggered zealotry during your oath change, which good luck trying to track that in your head. Force is our stun. This is our tracker. This just lets us know, like this one here. Let me show you. It's only going to show up when we have an oath. So when we do like this icon here just shows that we do have an oath. I don't know why. The oaths only stay up for 15 seconds apparently. Which is it? So yeah. So that's interesting. Interesting that when you have an oath, it stacks, but once you start that chain of stacking, it's on a 15-second reset. So even though like if you're like if you judge like Seal of Light on a paladin, every time you hit the target, it refreshes the seal, so it doesn't ever wear off. But the stack doesn't work that way. So here, I've got Oath Chain. The Oath Chain, even though I'll hit the guy for another oath, it won't reset the Oath Chain. Once the Oath Chain is created, it only stays up for 15 seconds. So that's kind of interesting. You know, a little different than what I would have expected. I would have expected each application of an additional oath to reset the duration of it, but it doesn't. So that's just good to know, and that makes that weak aura a little bit more useful, right? Because this is going to disappear. You know, we have 3 stacks of oaths currently, so. And the other thing that's interesting is the oaths. Let's see if they transfer. they're not target specific. So we could stack 3 oaths on this guy. And then go over to this guy and hit him with the oaths. Okay, interesting. Okay, I'm gonna take this one and I'm gonna move it down here, and I'm going to downsize. Oh, that's weird. This should be outside of this. Okay, so in our Templar group, we have our healing, our DPS, our debuffs, our utility. There we go. So DPS, debuffs, utility, which is screwed up apparently because it's not even on the screen. Not sure what happened to utility. In fact, there's nothing in utility. Somehow I screwed up my utility. it was there. I don't know what happened. I guess I don't have anything in utility right now. Upheaval, what's our stun, tranquil, post tracker. What did I have in? Oh, I see what happened. I don't know how I moved this. Why is this so weird? Let me try some. Let's put this in. Oh, that's what happened. I accidentally moved it out of utility. Okay. That's what happened. I knew something was screwy. Debuff, debuff. Finisher. Alright, let's go into our healing group here and let's scale this down to 30. Just trying to clean this up, my UI up a little bit. It's a little too messy. Okay, so we got. Hey, what's up, Allstay? So, how you doing, man? Let's kill some Murlocs, I guess. So we're gonna cleave. Dot. Dot. Finisher. And self heal, dot, dot, and chastise. Cleave. Okay, self heal, self heal. Uh, 130 healing. And so I've got an idea. Okay, so we have Oath Chain. Let me see. Oh shit. How many stacks can we build? We have 2 stacks, 3 stacks, 4 stacks, 5 stacks. Look at that, 2. Oh. I didn't realize we could go past 3 stacks. It's like going okay. I'm just trying to figure out this class. So we can do more than 3 stacks of oaths, which is, does it say? Let's look at our talents. It's not in talents. Let's look at condemn. Oh, stacking. Okay, so you can condemn an enemy. That's not what I'm looking for. Well, let's see if we got. As it is right now, we know we can get at least 5 stacks of O's. Let's see if we can go higher than that. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. Looks like 5. Is that it? We've only got 2 seconds. They're gonna drop. They're gonna drop in 2 seconds. Shit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Holy shit.
You were screwed.
8 stacks. Oh, and it dropped off. Oh yeah, so the O's stack up. They just keep stacking. Stacks like Vengeance. Well, how does Vengeance stack? I don't know how Vengeance stacks. I don't even know what Vengeance is.
You were screwed.
Yeah, but it stacks a lot. I don't know. I just started playing this class like, hey, what's up, Strafe? I just started playing this class like yesterday, I think. Yesterday, the day before yesterday. So I'm brand new to it. I know it does good damage at 60 PvP. I don't think the mobility is super great. I haven't seen the mobility being super great. You do have a stun. This ability here, Divine Force, which leap at an enemy with Divine Force, stunning them for 6 seconds. So pretty strong, right? You also have your ring, right? You also have this, which will put people to sleep. So that can be pretty useful. What would be cool is if you have a slow, because you can actually play kind of like an Affliction Warlock. You can like debuff people. We're just trying to figure this class out more. Yeah, I mean, you can like dot, like I can go and dot these guys up, and I can also dot multiple people at once. So we have an ability called Cleave, which will spread your effects to 1 additional enemy. So if I cleave this guy, right, And now if I run over here, well, the cleave didn't work. Actually, no, it did. See, now this guy's got, these guys both are dotted already. Now if I do my finisher,
You were screwed.
it's a little tricky. Let me try to do that again. The cleave is still a little weird to me. I think, plus I need to put it on a different keybind. I don't like this keybind for cleave. We're gonna put it on button 5, on mouse button 5. Here. I didn't start it in hard. It's just I just created it for this server. Like on Conquest of Azeroth, I put the low health in there. It's not for hardcore or anything. I just found that initially when I was like level 10, I found that my health was so bad. But right now I don't necessarily need this weak rating for health, but it's still useful, right? You can see we've got a really nice self-healing ability, so that's, you know. What do you mean it makes you look across? So here we're going to cleave this guy. But I don't see the debuff. Now I'm going to try to hit this guy and see. See, when I hit this guy, it's also dotting this guy, right? Now this guy's got one stack of condemn. Now I'm going to cleave him. Yeah, I want to see. I want to see if we can track the cleave a little bit better. Cleave this guy. Yeah, I don't see the cleave up. In fact, I'm not sure if we can even track cleave.
You were screwed.
Oh, you hear the low health noise? What do I have for my low health noise? I should still have, like, you can kiss your ass goodbye, which is my audio alert. Dude, I don't know the lore behind the character. I have no idea straight. We'll see. I'm not sure how much they go into the lore, to be honest, in this game. I don't know, like, how far they've developed the lore. We ran this yesterday. Okay, the Templars are monastery initiates typically found. Now, this is not up to date because this is not up to date, right? Oh, you mean my character? Like, I haven't created kit lore for this character. I haven't created a background story, but this is not up to date. Some of this stuff has changed. But initially, the Templars were initiates found in temples and abbeys. They were pacifists by nature, but the growing threat of the war looming on the rise has inspired many of these devotees to train martial arts. So, initially they were like martial artists with holy, they could do holy magic weapons or their furious fists. But I don't think, I think this is not up to date. Yeah, the one thing I don't like is the cleave ability. This holy cleave. And I don't see like a debuff showing. Like, there's no way to know that it's up on a target. So like if I holy cleave this pygmy tide crawler, right? like, I've hit him. And now if I pull this guy over, right? Now when I use Condemn on this guy, it's going to hit this guy. See how it hit him?
You were screwed.
So the cleave definitely worked, but there's no debuff on the target that I cleaved. So it's very difficult to know which target actually has cleave on them. That's something I would think they would need to fix. Would be nice, but yeah, you're the only one to light here. Maybe we'll create a backstory. Okay, well, let's take a look at. You don't have an on-demand heal. It's not like, one thing that's kind of weird is you don't have like just a healing spell. Like I don't think. So you have this heat spell, but it's on a 3-minute cooldown. So say a prayer for an ally, healing them for 500 once. So it's a very huge heal. But you don't have just like Holy Light or something, or Flash of Light or something. You don't have just some heal. I don't know. Maybe we'll get one at some point. But we did get it. We did level up to level 17. Oh, actually, now that we level 17, we have some shoulders that I crafted on my other character. The rough bronze shoulders of swift strikes. This is going to give us 132 armor. It's going to give us 6 stamina and 5 strength. So definitely going to help. Throw on some little ugly shoulders. Why not? Let's do the chest piece. Isn't the right one either. I don't know if we have a. Is there a? What's this one called? The Mael Combat. I think there is, right? Okay, so we did get a new talent point. Ooh, we have something interesting here. We've got Battle Hardened, reduces the cooldown of Righteous Upheaval by 5 seconds. Now, Righteous Upheaval is your finisher. Think of it as like a Eviscerate on a rogue. So currently, the cooldown is a 20-second cooldown. So this reduces it down from 20 down to 15. So it's pretty good. I mean, because you'd be able to do your kind of Eviscerate more often, which is going to increase your damage. But then the other one is this one here, which increases the critical damage of Righteous Upheaval by 20%. I mean, that's pretty good too. I probably would think that the upheave, the critical damage, would probably, because I mean the cooldown's not that long. I mean it's only a 20-second cooldown, and when you use this ability, you're going to want to probably have some stacks of oaths, some oath stacks up, because you consume your oaths dealing additional damage for each one consumed. So 20 seconds to me doesn't seem very long, so I probably would put the talent point into upheave, increasing the critical damage of the finisher by 20%. And then the other one over here is increase your agility by 5%, and your hit, which is good because agility is really what this class is based around. So Martial Paladin is definitely going to be one you're going to get. And then over here we've got increase your melee, haste, and expertise. Not as important, honestly. I don't see haste as being super important. Expertise is nice, but this is definitely not anywhere near as important as these. Let's go with what's down here. We can't get to this late until we put 5 talent points. We can't get to here. This one is reduce the energy cost of Vindication. I don't even know what Vindication is. That's this one here. No. What's Vindication? Do I even have a spell called Vindication? Oh, it's this one. This ability I don't use very often. Strike an enemy with zeal, dealing physical damage, triggering zealotry. Your damage abilities have a chance to trigger zealotry. So weird. Okay, so let me try something here. I want to try something. You can apply different buffs to your character, right? So, but with your finisher. So if I like do Condemn, it increases my critical strike chance by 3%. So if I do this, I don't know if it'll show up here. Yeah, it does. See, 12% crit chance, 15% crit chance. See that? And that lasts as long as my oath chain is up. Similarly, if we use this ability here, it's going to... It should increase my chance to do zealotry. So let's do this. Let's try this. Oh, and you also have righteous upheaval. God, man, there's so this character has a lot of stuff going on. Like there's a lot of stuff going on here, right? Because you can have 3 different types of oath effects up on your character, I believe. Like this one, and I don't know. Let me try this again. I'm just trying to figure out how we can optimize our damage against a target that's, that takes time to kill. Not as important at this level. When we get to like level 60, it's going to be incredibly important. Alright, so let's say we do this. This. We're going to cleave. Yeah, it's weird, dude. Like, these targets are pretty weak, so... Alright, so this one is that Vindication. Strike an enemy. The oath that we get is your damaging abilities have a 24% chance to trigger Zealotry. So now Zealotry deals with 80% offhand weapon damage as holy damage. So I would think we would always want to keep Vindication up just because it's going to increase our overall damage. So if we go here and we go to our damage done and we reset this, let's see if we can track Zealotry, right? Okay, let's reset our damage. I want to see what happens if we use Vindication. Okay, I want to see here, do we get any... So we do have 4 counts of Zealotry, which is, I believe, just proccing our, an extra, like, attack, I guess? Because if you look at our talents, here, Zealotry, your offhand auto attacks now trigger Zealotry. Deals 80% offhand weapon damage as holy damage. But this ability here, if we use this ability, it'll generate an oath in our oath chain, which gives us a 24% chance to generate Zealotry. Right, we got 6 Zealotries. So if we... Now we got 9. So that it's... I wonder if Zealotry can trigger off of dot damage. That would be interesting. I wouldn't think it would be able to. Let me try something here real quick. So we're going to hit this guy. Going to hit him with 1 condemn, then we're going to do Vindication. Another condemn, and then we're going to do... Well, we didn't get a chance to do what I wanted to do. These mobs just aren't lasting long for me to try different things. Okay. Now, we're not attacking, but we're letting my dots tick. Will Zealotry proc? What I want to see is if the dot damage would proc Zealotry. We need a target that's tankier. I think what we need to do is... Let's see... Where's Stormwind? Here, Metal Harbor. Yeah, there's just so much going on this character. And we got some leggings, which are not as good as the ones we have. Red Paladin with extra steps. Yeah, it's. I like the fact that you can do finishers. It's kind of like a rogue, because you do have finishers that apply a debuff to the target that does damage over time. So that in that way, it's kind of like a rogue doing rupture, right? But you also have a healing ability that procs off of your oaths, your oath chain, which is kind of like a paladin stacking words of glory and then using that on a healing ability, right? So that's very much like a paladin. You have a finisher like a rogue. I would say this class feels more like a rogue than any other traditional WoW class, because of the way that you're stacking kind of like combo points in a way, but they're called oaths in an oath chain. But also, you can use those oaths to apply, or you have abilities that can apply oaths in the oath chain that give you beneficial benefits. And in that way, it reminds me a little bit of a paladin, because a paladin could judge a target with a certain seal, and once that target's been judged with that specific seal, they get some sort of benefit from that, right? So, to me, this class feels mostly like kind of like a paladin mixed with a rogue. But it's very unique, which is pretty. You know, I say that a lot about classes in Conquest of Azeroth, is they feel very unique, and it's because they are. You know, they definitely are very interesting. I wanted to go to Loch Modan is because there's the elite mobs over here, and I think they would make good mobs for testing out for theory crafting, because they won't die so damn fast. Plus, they might be more challenging for me to stay alive against as well, so we might get, you know, dual benefits out of play testing kind of our rotations on them. But before we do that, let's do another battleground. Oh, I don't know when we need to hit our mount trainer too. Yeah, something to do with that, my buff there. I've got an MSBT trigger that makes that sound. Okay, so here's a Tinker. Got a Blood Mage healer, which I always love. Love those Blood Mage healers. Parkour? Parkour? Fail parkour. Fail parkour. Parkour! used our heal on this guy, but it was only 1 stack of oaths, so it was a very small heal. There's a lot of oaths. There's a lot of oaths, man. We have a lot of oaths, man. A lot of oaths. Let's see if we can optimize some damage on there. Finisher. This guy's just freaking warping all over the place. This guy must have a shitty S ping. What the fuck? Yeah, we're not even on the list of damage dealers, are we? No. I've done nothing in this battleground so far. Pretty much. His name is Tinker Tinker. All right. Our ring is on cooldown. Our big heal's available. We're gonna cleave this guy. Cleave. Dot. 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 Finisher. Dead. Dot. Dot. Cleave. Okay, he died. These guys are dying. Oh, no, no, no. Oh, that's gonna hurt. Oh, or maybe not. I forgot we have this ability here. Your fall damage is reduced and you can walk on water, baby. So Templar has the ability to walk on water. Once you turn, yeah, I know I'm totally hacking. Once you turn that on, it's good, man. It's good.
You were screwed. You were screwed.
We used all of our heals and stuff there to try to stay alive. And we did stay alive for a little bit. I'm not really happy with my keybinds currently. That was riveting. What is riveting? He is a Sun Cleric. So that Sun Cleric had no chance against me. I think this class has potential. It's just, I think that I would like to go back to the character creator screen and see where they rank the difficulty on this class. I would think this class is definitely a higher difficulty class, like intermediate or even advanced, because there's so many different kind of things you can do. What is this guy doing? Are you kidding me? Here, how about a little stun? How do you like my stun, baby? I was like, I'm just gonna stun you. I'm sick of you knocking me around. I don't know how we're losing. Every time I go into a fight, we basically kick ass. You know? I'm hungry. What do we got here? We got a Knight of Azeroth. We're going to trinket this. I'm going to do a little damage over time on this guy. Just for shits and giggles. And then I'm just going to heal somebody in my party with my heal. Gotta focus on this barbarian. Alright, let's get this guy. Oh, he bubbled. He's bubbling on us. We're gonna do a little debuff on him. I don't think I have an interrupt. That's okay. We're just gonna stack stuff up on this guy. You have so many options, right? Like I can do, like right there I use Chastise, but you can, because the thing is, if your finisher's on cooldown, which is Righteous Upheaval, then you might as well use your other finisher, which is kind of like, sort of like Chastise, right? He's like, I can't kill you, dude. I'm running. You see that? He realized very quickly that he couldn't kill the Faithdriven. We should have named this character Shady Hacks. You know, because it feels like we're hacking strafe. We're just gonna stun this character. See the damage I did? Yeah, we can rename the character. Yeah, we might want to do Faithful Hacks. How about that? How about we rename the character to Faithful Hacks? Okay, we're gonna cleave here. Cleave. And then we're gonna try to spread multiple dots. Although here we're just gonna, doesn't matter. Let's cleave again, doesn't matter, these guys are all, everybody's dying. I can't even do anything because everybody dies too quick. Ooh, did you see that? Did you see that? It looked like my heal healed me and people nearby me. That's interesting. Isn't that what that looked like? Okay, watch this. Watch this. We don't have any oaths though. No, I think I just cast the heal. Okay, so watch this. So it looks like I can maybe spread my heal to my other teammates, so with my holy cleave. So I'm holy cleaving, which is putting. Now here we've got our self heal. We've got 4 stacks of oaths. So I'm gonna cast self heal on myself, and I think it's gonna heal this guy. Wait. There. Okay, it did. I believe. Because see, here's the heal on me. I healed myself for 172. But I also healed this guy, I believe, for 103. So our cleave not only works on spreading debuffs and to different targets, the cleave also means my beneficial abilities also spread to nearby friendly targets, which is just super cool, right? That's actually really badass. Whoever came up with the mechanic for this character was, you know, give him some credit, because pretty interesting to come up with some of the ideas they had for this character. I feel like maybe my mount should be... Yeah, they were cooking something up, man. They were in the kitchen, man. Let me go back to the town. I need to sell some of the stuff in my inventory. I'm wondering if my mount's really slow. I think I probably need to... Do we have Stormwinds? Let's go to Stormwind real quick. I'm like selling stuff, and some of the stuff's better than what I'm wearing. I can't remember. I'm gonna check on the riding trainer to see if I can get a faster mount. Yeah, faithful hags. Or just faith hags. Yeah, so apprentices. Okay, so yeah, I knew we could probably level that up. We have the chosen one. PvP accessories. Okay, none of these really work for us. How about this guy? Okay, the lowest level is 28, right? Yeah, 28. So level 28, we'll get our first PvP stuff. Oh, and let's... Nothing to train. And just making sure... Oh, we do have a talent... I'm just making sure we're not forgetting something. We do have a talent point. What level are we? Okay, so we have a talent point. Like, that's right, we never did pick something. The question is, do we want to go with the increased critical damage, or do we want to go with the increased agility? I think for now, let's go with the increased critical damage on our finisher. Oh my god, Necromancer. 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 Everybody plays the OP classes in this game, it's so funny. My team is 4 Necromancers. There is another Templar, and then we've got a Primalist and a... What is this? This is a Witch Doctor. I need some of these Necros to give me some of their big Necro damage. Look at that, I'm healing my party member, I'm healing my teammates. Look at that finisher, man.
You were screwed.
Alright, let's heal ourselves here. Big heal, big heal. Full heal, baby, full heal. Got some good healing going on here, right? Number 2 on healing, yeah. We put out some decent heals there. We did heal our party member there, which is cool.
You were screwed.
Oh, heal. No, I'm dead, I'm dead. I'm like, I'm dead. So number 3 on damage, number 3 on healing, right? A long res. Let's help out my team in the mid for now. Let's go for the cleave. Cleave.
You were screwed.
Shit. Yeah, I'm dead. I am dead. But we did a big finisher on that little gnome dude. Got him killed. Actually, it must have hit fairly hard. Because we went from like 900 damage to 1400 damage. I like the cleave mechanic. I really, at first it bothered me because I didn't understand how it worked, but now that I understand how it worked, I actually really like it. It's a really interesting mechanic. We got less than a minute on our ring. We need our ring right now. Here, let's get this guy. I mean, we watch us take this guy. I'm gonna take this guy. Watch this finisher. Boom. Boom. Do you see that finisher? Dead. So this character has good finishing potential.
You were screwed.
Yeah.
You were screwed.
Use my stun there. We're gonna do the finisher on this guy. Killing blow. We're gonna probably ring this guy maybe. Nah. We're gonna cleave this guy. And then we're gonna build up a lot of stacks, and then we're gonna heal. And it's gonna heal me and that guy. And then we're gonna do the finisher right here. Boom, dead. So we did some stacks. We healed me and the other guy next to me, and then so we're gonna cleave here, and then we're probably gonna ring. I'll probably ring here, maybe. Yeah, I don't know. We're gonna go for a big daddy damage, maybe. Nah, no, we gotta heal. We gotta heal. We gotta heal. Taking too much damage here.
You were screwed.
Ring. Big heal, big heal, big heal.
You were screwed.
Self heal. It's not gonna be enough. Yeah, too much damage. Can't do anything. Okay, so healing. You can see the self healing's pretty good, 2300, and damage done 2800. So pretty good. We do have some food buffs here. We could eat to get a little bit of stamina if we want. Might as well. And is there any upgrades I have? Probably not. The ring has got 52 seconds. I'm surprised that with all the necromans we have on our team that we're not winning. It's like, what's with these necros, man? Let's cleave this guy. We're going to cleave this guy, and then we're going to use his heal to heal my teammates. And we're gonna ring these guys, I think. See if I can cleave this guy. We got the cleave off. Heal. We need another holy cleave. Holy cleave. Cleave.
You were screwed.
Full heal. Taste the light. Should we do it? Stun. Boom. Come on, big damage, big damage, big damage, big damage. Cleave, 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 cleave. Spread the love.
You were screwed.
Oh no. Oh, we're dead. Yeah, this team's not really good. So we got number 1 damage is a Venomancer. Yeah, that Venomancer is tanky as hell, as all hell. The other thing you have to realize is now that the server's been up, for a while, you got people that are twinking. There's going to be people that are twinked in here who have like either full heirlooms or they've got like, you know, really good enchantments. You know, there's going to be a lot of characters that are twinked up pretty good. And I think that's what's happening with that Venomancer, because that she's like super tanky.
You were screwed.
Yeah, we're dead here. We are dead. What's her health like? Yeah, you can see she's got 800. I have 596 health, and I have like decent gear. You know, I've got like some pretty good gear that I crafted. You know, and she's got like way more health. I wonder if she's. I wonder what level she was. Could just be that she's really high level. Oh well, I'm dead.
You were screwed. You were screwed.
That was the ring. Let me take a look at the ring. Place a holy circle. Slowing enemy movement speed. Every 2 seconds, enemy is within the radius. Okay, cool. Oh, I need to get to bed, guys. I'm sorry, guys. I do have to go to bed soon. It's 3:43 a.m. So I do have to work tomorrow. Taste the light. No sleep only. I wish, man. What is today? It's Tuesday. I mean, we're still up there. We're still up on the pretty high list. Let's, 1 minute on the cooldown. So we probably did some damage there. Yeah, we did quite a bit actually. I'm still not sure how to optimize. I mean, my finisher is the biggest. Is going to be the biggest. I keep forgetting to use Vindication, which should increase my passive damage with Zealotry. So that's something I need to try to maybe weave into my rotation. That's something I wanted to try against one of these higher level targets. Like this person is a pretty high level target, so we hit here, then we do this, this. I can't. I can't. I'm not a healer. I like to heal, please. Sorry. When someone's asking me to heal them, sorry, I'm not a healer. Look at this. What's with this ranger sustain? What's up with this ranger's like crazy sustain, man? That's insane, right? How is that ranger like? What is this eliminator? How did that was somebody healing that ranger? She only had 291 self heal. Somebody must have been healing her. Because I'm like, how is she like not taking any damage? You know?
Talk to me. Talk with you. You need something?
Like transmog? PvP transmogs? What? The Wrathful Gladiator's Tavern. Well, we might as well do one more. Just because we're going to hit level 18. Which is going to give us more spells and abilities, which God knows what I'm going to do with all of them. So I'm gonna try to weave Vindication into my rotation and hope that it increases my passive damage. with Zealotry procs. Hopefully. I hope that works. I'm not sure if that's the correct way to go, but we'll give it a go. Okay, this doesn't look good.
You were screwed. You were screwed.
Yeah, I kind of got thrown behind enemy lines there, so to speak. Never a good thing. Damage done. We're way down here. Healing done. Not doing too much in this battle round so far. I don't know, man. Another thing we could try is to just cleave a little bit more. You know, we could go into our Blade of Faith. You know, cleave, build up stacks, do the Blade of Faith finisher. That'll get multiple debuffs. We'll get debuffs on 2 targets, right? So we'll cleave this guy. Cleave, dot, 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 finisher, right? Try to cleave this guy we can. I'll just... Oh, there we go. Just reached level 18. Let's cleave this guy. And then we're going to build up a bunch of stacks. And then we're going to heal multiple people. Big healing. Cleave again. Finisher. Still not doing shit for damage. Let's try to cleave here. Cleave.
You were screwed. You were screwed.
This is being pulled around like a pinball. Cleave, cleave. Oh, oh. And then big heal. Yeah, so we heal multiple people with that. Wish I had a ranged attack.
You were screwed.
I'm dead. Ow. We got 32 seconds on our stun. And we got 13 seconds on ring. Okay, ring is up in 3 seconds. Ring. Cleave.
You were screwed.
Okay, that didn't go as planned. That didn't go to plan. The hacks weren't there, man. There just wasn't enough hacking going on. I'm half asleep, guys. If you couldn't tell, I think I've been half asleep for about the last hour. Oh, but we're winning. What is our mitigation at? I wonder. Looking at the wrong thing. Let's look at our defense. I'm curious what my mitigation's at. So our armor's crappy. Our dodge is pretty bad. Parry. Okay, yeah. Our mitigation is pretty awful. Yeah, who do we want to take out here? Healing below me, of course. Rings up in 30 some odd seconds. Cleave. Okay, just killed himself on purpose, okay.
You were screwed.
Oh, I cast my big heal on one of my other players. I didn't cast it on me. Because I got mouse over. Shit. This macro uses mouse over, so my mouse was over one of my allies. So when I went to heal myself, it healed them. I was like, son of a bitch. Oh boy. Light's Hope. Make a plea to the light, restoring energy over 10 seconds. So that's nice. Righteous Lunge. Vindication, stronger. Holy Cleave, stronger. Divine Force, stronger. Benediction. Oh my god. Okay, we got a new rank of Benediction. That's going to be interesting. Doesn't seem to do much different. Didn't seem to change it, though. Let's show all spell ranks. So it's... Okay, restores 25 health, restores 43 health. Okay, it is stronger. It's just not, like, super stronger. It's not, like, way, way, way stronger. And then we have Chastise. So we ranked up almost everything. Then we got this interesting Light's Hope. Make a plea to the light, restoring 100 energy over 10 seconds, reducing your threat. Okay, well, restoring energy is kind of good, I guess. I'm going to leave that untrained for now. And... 1 talent point. Increase your energy regeneration by 20%. And I think we got to go with Courage. No, let's do energy regen. And then our next 2 talent points will probably go into Courage. Let me try something. Alright, so normally I do... Let's just do like damage rotation. So normally we're going to do dot, actually do finisher, one stack, 2 stacks, 3 stacks. Finisher's not up, right? So we got 4 stacks. So 77 DPS per second. Finisher is up. Now I guess. Yeah, finisher's up. We got 3 stacks. Five stacks. 6 stacks. 7 stacks. Big damage. Let me reset this again. So if we hit 1 vindication to get the benefit of zealotry, we're gonna stack condemn, and then if we do your abilities damage or heal for 6% more. Okay, so what we want to do is we want to do this, then do this, then do this, then stack, and then finisher. Oh, finisher's on cooldown. Never mind. I think the thing that really sucks is you don't know. Actually, I guess you do. So 84 DPS per second. So what I'm talking about is we want to use Righteous Lunge, which is going to increase our damage by 8%, 6%. Then we want to use Condemn, which is going to increase our crit. So, and then we want to throw in a Vindication. So probably we're going to do Condemn, Righteous Lunge, Condemn, Vindication, Condemn, and then into Finisher. So let's try this rotation. This one, Condemn, this one, Condemn, Finisher. Okay. Only 66 DPS per second, and we get Zealotry 5. So that's a lot of manipulation. Or we could just go, if we want to make it simpler, we could just go Condemn, Condemn, Condemn into Righteous Upheaval. Condemn, Condemn, Condemn. And did 227 damage. Okay. A lot of it just depends on how long you're going to be fighting a target. Like, how much time do you have to build up your stacks? You know? Also, we can do Condemn into Blade of Faith. Right? So we go Condemn, Condemn, this one, and then we'll do Righteous Lunge, and then we'll do Faith. Condemn, Condemn. And then maybe go into our finisher, maybe? I don't think that's going to work. We're still doing dot damage, though. See, the thing is, it's still ticking. Look at that. It's still ticking damage. Let me try optimizing our debuffed finisher. Let's try to optimize the amount of damage that Blade of Faith does. So that would be Condemn, 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 Righteous Lunge, Condemn. And now let's go to a different target. I mean, that just dummy's like doing this weird zone in, zone out thing. Yeah. Okay, so I want to see what the tick damage is doing. Look at that, 256 crit. 256 crit again. 128, 70, 128, 70, and 128, 70. And we're up to 75 DPS per second. So I'm thinking, and 5 Zealotries, and still get like another crit. I'm thinking that's a pretty good rotation to get off time damage over time. So basically what it is we do Condemn into Vindication. Yeah, it definitely looks more flexible than Guardian. Well, one thing that's just really nice about it is you can apply kind of like a rogue rupture type ability. Like you can do a finisher that does damage over time. So you can like dot up somebody fairly quickly, do a finisher, and then go somewhere else, and then go hit somebody else, and let that damage just do its work. You can also cleave, such that you're getting that finisher damage on 2 targets at once. So that's going to be cool. But I think if we go into Condemn, which gives us 3% increased crit, then go into Righteous Lunge, which gives us the 6% more damage, then go back into Condemn to get 6% crit, then go into Vindication, which gives us a 24% chance to trigger Zealotry, then go back into Condemn to get back up to 9% total crit, then do our finisher. That's kind of the rotation I'm trying right now. Although we may want to do Zealotry first. Yeah, let's try that. We're going to go Condemn into this one, into Condemn, into Lunge, into Condemn, and then we're just going to do one more Condemn, and then we're going to do our finisher, right? And now we just watch as you can see my damage per second is 66. It's going up, 67, 68. 68, 67. It's holding around 68 DPS per second, and we're not getting any crits, unfortunately. But my point is, you're doing quite a bit of like damage over time. Now, if we go here, this is a healing dummy. Is there like a AoE dummy? Are these AoE? Yeah, let's try this AoE real quick. So what we're going to do is we're going to try to do the same thing, but we're going to cleave so that it applies to multiple targets. So we're going to go up here and we're going to cleave and then do our regular rotation. And you can see now we've got damage on multiple targets, see? I don't know why my damage per second is so low, though. These must be... Oh, it's because these are higher level targets. It's too bad we don't have AoE trained dummies that are like dynamic. You know, meaning my level. Oh, here we go. This... No, see, these are elite, too. Yeah. Okay. So we were up to around 68 DPS. Now let's do our finisher, right? Let's do our finisher, like just try to optimize like a burst finisher. And I think to do that, we want to go condemn into lunge. Maybe throw in a vindication. I would just do condemn into lunge. It's probably not worth spending time on vindication. Maybe it is. Let's try it. Condemn, lunge, and then we'll go condemn, pulverize, and then we're gonna go condemn up to like 6 stacks at least. And then finisher. And it did 395 damage, so it's 80 DPS per second. And so we did like 1300 damage, which is not a lot. Well, I mean, I guess it's not bad considering I've only got 600 health. Let's try... So we did 1300 damage. Let's do the debuff one again. What I like about this debuff one is we're gonna do. We can see we're gonna do more than 1300 damage, right? Like the finisher did 1300 damage, but look how much this one's done already. 15. It's already done 1700 damage, and it's still going. 1900 damage. So the finisher into Blade of Faith, you end up doing way more damage. It just takes longer for the damage to, to occur. But the thing what's cool about that is while a lot of damage is still ticking on one target, you can go to another target. Right? So we can go here and go boom, boom. And now we can run over here and start doing the same thing to a different target. And this target that we hit over here is still taking our damage from the previous finisher, the previous application of debuff. And it just dropped off. And then this one over here still has damage coming off for another 13 seconds. So my point is, you can... Now we'll try to do one more battleground. And we're going to try to use this tactic of trying to do the debuff, the dot finisher, which is called Blade of Faith. Oh, good, we got a... Well, I was hoping we got Twin Peaks, but this is okay, I guess. How much heals you got? Well, my heals are pretty. I don't know. I haven't tested the heals yet. The heals are not bad, but they're not great. I don't think. I mean, you know, the heals 53 health, but it increases based on the number of stacks we have, number of oath stacks, and also if we go ahead and we always want to put in a lunge because it's going to increase our healing and our damage by 6%. So that we need to try to work that into the rotation. So we're going to be doing condemn, righteous lunge, condemn, the vindication maybe. I don't know. We'll see. And there's our finisher. So we dotted that guy up. All right.
You were screwed.
And I just healed the wrong person again. I gotta fix this Testament of Faith. I don't like that. So let's go macro. We're gonna create a new Testament of Faith because I've healed the wrong person twice now. And we're going to take this Testament of Faith. And we're just going to do this one. No, not that one. I guess we'll just do Testament, Test of Faith. Alright, that'll fix the inadvertently, like, throwing my heal on the wrong person. So we didn't do much damage to that one guy, which is kind of disappointing. But it's PvP. The PvP damage is so much reduced versus what you guys would solve me against the target dummy.
You were screwed.
Damn. Damn, all these damn movement slowing effects and shit. It's annoying, man. Let's try to cleave this guy. Nah, now we don't need to cleave. Actually, we do.
You were screwed.
Damage went up quite a bit there. Didn't feel like I was doing any damage. My rotation is so complicated.
You were screwed. You were screwed.
Yeah, I'm dead. Interesting. Now watch him die to my. I was gonna say he's just gonna die to my debuff. Damage is good. Damage is good. I don't know if somebody's healing me. Yeah, somebody's healing me. I mean, I'm healing myself, but somebody else is definitely healing me here.
You were screwed.
Yeah, nothing I could do there. We should still see damage coming out. See the damage I'm doing? I'm dead and I'm still doing damage. But you can see the difference. The tick damage now is only like 66 damage to 12, where against the target dummy, when we were practicing, it was much higher. It would have been like a lot higher. But we're still doing damage. Finally, it dropped off. Yeah, somebody was definitely healing me there. This guy, Daddy's Dandy Suck, I think. don't know if this consumes oaths. I don't think it does it. I don't think it does. No, it shouldn't. It shouldn't. So I don't. I should have checked that on the target dummy. It shouldn't though. Like the vindication says it grants an oath. So yeah, so it definitely shouldn't. Alright, so let's debuff this guy. Now we're gonna do the finisher. Let me try to cleave again. Yeah, he died very, very quickly. They scaled. How much heals you got? Yeah, I don't have great heals. Better than the Guardian one. They scale the stats. Everyone to me. Yeah, I mean the balancing is obviously a work in progress. It's not great yet. I don't want to take this guy because he's ranged. All right.
You were screwed.
See, my dots just wore that guy down. Do you see that? Like it was running around trying to kill me, but I had so much dots going on, and it took him out. Let's kill this person.
You were screwed.
Leave. Okay, now we're gonna do our dot finisher. Now we're gonna try to do our big finisher. Actually, let's heal.
You were screwed.
There's the big finisher. Heal, 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 heal. Now we're just gonna try to heal myself. Thank you for the heals. Thank you for heals. When I did play through, they used to scale the gear everyone in here to me. Have you fight people that can't outgear you? Yeah, I don't know if they still do that. I mean, you definitely can. You definitely can. You know, you can enchant your gear and do different things to give yourself better gear. So I don't think, they're not like normalizing the gear. I don't think. I like the Templar. I think it's pretty cool. I like it's. I think the outplay potential is much higher. I think the skill ceiling on the Templar is way, way, way higher than the Guardian. Guardian's much more simplistic class. It has some complexity to it, but it's nothing like the Templar. So, like I said, here we were, boom, 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 and then we're gonna do leap, boom, boom, and now we're just gonna do your dot finisher. You can see 114 damage. Yeah. But yeah, I think the outplay potential on the Templars, I mean the skill thing is much higher. I gotta go back to bed, but I want to check the character creator real quick to see what they're rating the difficulty on this class. I should have went to bed an hour ago. I didn't plan on being on this long. Where does it show? Oh, it's in the talent tree, isn't it? Hold on a second. Yeah. I know time just flies by sometimes. Yeah, so this is what I was looking for. So you can see here that I disagree with this window because it says that Zealot is complexity normal. I disagree with that because the reason I disagree with that because you still have to manage your oaths, right? So I think that the difficulty or the complexity on even the Zealot should be considered intermediate. I'm not sure why they have it as normal. Because you still have the oath mechanic, which is, dealing with all the different types of oaths and stacks of oaths and benefits you're getting from your oaths. So I haven't played the other ones though, but I would say that this is probably intermediate. And then they say the Oathkeeper is advanced, so. But yeah, I mean, I hate to say this, but on the surface, and I've only played the Templar for a couple days, but I think the Templar is a better class than the Gladiator. I just, I think the Gladiator is a lot more simplistic, and it's got some really good burst damage, but it has so many holes in the rotation where you don't have anything you can do. There's a lot of downtime because you're waiting for cooldowns, which is unfortunate. Whereas on the Templar, it's not like that at all. On the Templar, you are never waiting for the ability to use abilities. In fact, you have too many things at your disposal, too many things to do, right? Like you can do this ability, you can do this. I can use this skill to add this oath. I can use this skill to add this oath. I can use this skill to create more stacks, So there's a lot going on. The Gladiator needs some help. It needs more. It needs at least one or two more skills, or to take skills that are kind of not that good and somehow reduce some of the cooldowns so they're not on cooldown all the time. So definitely needs some rework. Anyways, I'm out of here. I'll catch you guys later, man. Thanks for stopping by. Peace. Excuse me. Peace out, man. Peace.